So we're now going to consider a term in sports psychology that we use called arousal. It's basically going to be classed as the excitement level that you have or that you can use when you're playing golf. So if we relate this back to a couple of other sports and we look at the different excitement levels used for different sports, you get a sort of an American football team just before they're about to take a really big game. They're going to be very, very excited, very aroused as we would call it, very pumped up, all high-fiving, shouting, cheering, clapping, jumping around, because the sport they're about to play is very, very high excitement, high energy, high level, and that conditions the body to be able to react better in those situations. You look at the idea of the fight or flight mechanism that we have. Well, in the American football situation, it's always ready for that fight situation, ready to go, ready to hit hard and create a lot of energy. If we relate that to a different sort of sport and we look at something maybe target shooting, rifle shooting, we look at that sport, it's a completely different end of the excitement or arousal scale. The heartbeats dropped, the breathing's dropped, everything's a lot quieter, a lot more passive, the movements are a lot slower because the sport that's involved, the action that's involved is a very low level sport. We're not doing a lot of moving. It's still highly skilled, don't get me wrong there, but physical endurance, physical activity is not necessarily a priority there, so everything's brought down to a lot lower level. The issue that we have with golf, of course, is we need both ends of that spectrum. There's some shots where we need explosive power and explosive distance, almost like a sprinter coming out of the blocks when we're hitting the tee shot. We're setting up to the tee shot here. We want to explode dynamically across the golf ball and hit it as hard as we can. So that's where the excitement and arousal levels being high would help us out, like the American football players. But then also we've got putting, and particularly putting on fast greens. It's a very, very different skill. We're standing there very, very still, very passively, making a very short, relaxed, gentle action, just nudging the ball towards the hole. A completely different skill as opposed to a tee shot, therefore requiring a completely different level of excitement and arousal. And it's quite important that we can try and control those excitement and arousal levels as we go around the golf course. So one thing you might notice the better players doing to control this arousal level is around the teeing ground, when we want that explosive, that punchy power, they'll actually move a little bit quicker. Their movements might be more exaggerated. They might take the head cover off the driver in a big ripping action and then bang the driver on the floor and tee the ball up and hutch the trousers up and then give it a good couple of fast practice swings. That's trying to build that excitement, that arousal, trying to prepare the body ready for the big dynamic explosive hit. Then take that down to the other end of the scale like we talked about on the putting green. You'll generally see players moving a little bit more slowly. The head cover comes off the putter slowly. They'll walk slowly up onto the green. They take the flag out gently. They almost stalk the putt, walking around the putt carefully, lining it up carefully. A couple of very gentle practice swings just before they hit the ball. All this is designed to bring the arousal level down, bring the excitement down, effectively reduce the heartbeat almost. Then it's a very gentle, relaxed action. Knock the ball in, take the ball out, then start working on bringing the arousal and the excitement level back up for another tee shot again. So trying to control this little wave of excitement and arousal is a very important part of trying to be a good quality top-end golfer. So you need to really work on controlling that issue yourself by bringing yourself up for the tee shots, calming yourself back down for the putting shots. And if you can do that, that'll really help you on the golf course to control your nerves, control your arousal, your anxiety and your excitement, and mean that you're prepared to hit the right shot next.